Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking what is the value of play. Many people must wonder what is the importance of play in an early education and care classroom. Play is the foundation of learning in an EEC classroom. It supports all developmental domains: social, emotional, cognitive, physical, and language. Through play, children learn how to express themselves, interact with others, and explore their environment. It promotes problem solving, critical thinking, and creativity while helping them build confidence and independence. Child led play is especially important because it allows children to make choices, follow their interests, and take the lead in their own learning journey. Teachers play a key role by observing and guiding play in ways that support learning goals while keeping the experience fun and meaningful. Authentic or anecdotal observation is a valuable tool in early childhood classrooms because it captures children's behaviors, actions, and interactions in real time within their natural environment. These observations provide insight into a child's development across various domains: social, emotional, physical, and cognitive without interrupting their play or routine. Teachers can use this information to better understand each child's unique strengths, needs, and interests. It also helps in planning meaningful learning experiences, setting developmentally appropriate goals, and communicating progress with families. Most importantly, anecdotal observations support a more individualized and responsive approach to teaching. In the following two slides, I have provided two running records of two observations I've made. In the first observation, I had three 3 to 4 year olds, Emery, Austin, and Wyatt. Emery began by independently arranging plastic pizza slices, showing focus and problem solving. As Austin joined, she invited him to play, sparking cooperative interaction. Their play evolved into a dramatic restaurant scenario with Wyatt joining to take and serve pizza orders. The children showed creativity, role play, turn taking, and social bonding, key skills for 3 to 4 year olds. In observation 2, we had three children, also the age 3 to 4 year olds, which used foam bricks to create a floor is lava game. They balanced, jumped, and took turns navigating the path. Their play showed creativity, teamwork, problem solving, and gross motor skill development, key areas for 3 to 4 year olds. Now, in these next slides, we'll be analyzing the observations. The first development we have is emotional. An example of this was made at observation 1, where the kids were giggling while they were pretending to eat the plastic pizza, and in observation 2, where Austin loses balance, falls, but laughs. This demonstrates appropriate effect between behavior and facial expressions. Next, we have social development. An example of this was made in observation 1, where Austin gives Wyatt pizza and Wyatt decides to join him and Emery. And in observation 2, where all three children begin to add more foam bricks to keep on playing The Floor is Lava. This develops sense of identity and belonging through play. Next is physical development. In observation 1, we have where Emery starts stacking other pieces of the pizzas to the side in a neat pile. This shows increasingly coordinates hand and eye movements to perform a variety of actions with increasing precision. And then in observation 2, we had two examples. Ander jumping onto the bricks, and then all three children jumping from brick to brick. This demonstrates use of large muscles for movement, position, strength, and coordination. For language development, we had two examples in observation 1. The first one where they said, "This one goes here," and the second one where they asked, "What kind of pizza do you want?" In observation 2, we had one of the kids said, "Let's do it again." This shows an age-appropriate grammar in conversations and increasingly complex phrases and sentences, plus connecting words, phrases, and sentences to build ideas. Finally, for cognitive development, we have an observation 1 where Emery looks at her arrangement and then shifts pieces slightly as in trying to match them. And in observation 2, where Ender begins to get more foam bricks to arrange them on the floor. This shows approach to daily activities with creativity, and it shows initial signs of planning and learning from their experiences. Now, these next few slides will be about scaffolding learning through play-suggested activities based on developmental milestones and observations. For example 1, we're going to have emotional development, and we're going to have an activity of an emotion matching game. The children will match facial expressions cards to corresponding emotion words and discuss times they felt those emotions. This activity will help the children recognize emotions in themselves and others, build vocabulary for emotional expression, and encourages empathy. Using mirrors allows self-awareness practice and discussing real-life examples that gives the child tools to manage emotions more appropriately in the future. In example 2 for social development, the activity will be collaborative block building, where children will work in pairs or small groups to build a structure together, practicing turn taking and cooperation. This group activity encourages peer interaction, turn taking, and communication. By working together toward a common goal, children learn to listen to others' ideas, solve conflicts, and build relationships. Visual cues support understanding of social expectations, helping the child move from parallel to cooperative play. Next, we have example 3, physical development. The activity will be obstacle course adventure. Children will crawl, jump, balance, and climb through a simple obstacle course designed to strengthen gross motor skills. The obstacle course targets balance, coordination, and strength through engaging physical challenges. By practicing these movements in a playful setting, the child gains confidence and improves control over large muscles, supporting their continued gross motor development. For example 4, we have language development. The activity will be story retelling with puppets. After reading a familiar story, the child will use puppets to retell the events in their own words. This activity encourages the child to use language to recall, sequence, and describe events. Puppets provide a fun, low pressure way to express themselves, build vocabulary, and practice sentence structure. It supports both comprehension and verbal communication, extending the child's language skills in a playful, interactive way. Finally, example 5, cognitive development. The activity will be sorting and classifying games. The child will sort objects by color, shape, or size and explain the reasoning. This activity helps the child make connections, recognize patterns, and organize information, key skills for problem solving. Asking the child to explain their sorting encourages critical thinking and language use, supporting deeper cognitive development through hands-on learning. You may ask, how would I share information gathered with families and other professionals? I would share observation information with families through regular conferences, daily updates, and digital platforms that offer transparency and ongoing communication. I'd use visuals like photos and samples of the child's work to give context to developmental progress. When collaborating with other professionals, I'd ensure the child's privacy is protected while discussing relevant findings that support personalized care and instruction. My approach would always be respectful, strength based, and focused on building trust and teamwork with families and staff. They will also serve as a tool for communicating with families about their child's progress and in any areas of concern. Over time, observations will help me reflect on my teaching strategies and make data informed decisions that support each child's growth and success in the classroom. Now, you may ask, what is the value of play? Play is the foundation of learning in early childhood. It allows children to explore, imagine, take risks, and make sense of the world around them. Through play, they develop important social and emotional skills like cooperation and self regulation, as well cognitive abilities like problem solving and memory. It also supports language development and fine gross motor skills. As an educator, observing children during play helps me better understand their individual needs, interests, and developmental stages. Play isn't just recreational, it's purposeful, meaningful, and essential to every aspect of early learning. As a future teacher, I will advocate for play by educating families and colleagues about its developmental value. I'll use documented observations and examples to show how play supports growth in areas like problem solving, language, and social emotional development. I will create intentional play based learning experiences that align with early learning standards, and I'll actively defend the importance of play when planning schedules or discussing curriculum. By staying informed and sharing research based evidence, I'll ensure play remains central in my classroom and is respected as a vital part of early education. Through this process in early education and care, I've learned how meaningful child observations are in shaping effective teaching. Observing children helped me recognize their developmental stages, interests, and individual learning styles. I also gained a deeper appreciation for the value of play. It's not just fun, it's essential for learning. I learned how to plan with intention, using observations to guide my activities and support growth across all domains. Most importantly, I now understand the importance of working closely with families and professionals to create a supportive and inclusive environment where every child can thrive. Thank you so much for listening. I truly appreciate your time and hope you found this presentation valuable. Till next time.